It's Dukes and Bell. Let's get to Yeah Man, No Man.
It's time for Yeah Man, No Man.
Kind of makes me wonder why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like I should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
He's 6'1", not really, from Florida, Kennesaw State, and gives rapid-fire questions. It's the executive producer of the Dukes and Bell Show, Beau Morgan. Brought to you by the W Sauce, America's Worcestershire sauce. Bigger, better, bolder.
What is going on, Beau?
Carl, started 1923. I started it Saturday morning.
You're going down this rabbit hole.
Right.
It's really good, though.
I've watched every episode already.
Wow.
I got hooked.
Harrison Ford had to be busy as hell. He was doing Indiana Jones, and he was shooting that, too.
Well,
yeah.
You know, yeah, he did. And he's, by the way, he's old.
Yeah.
And luckily the
Get
character
off my plane!
luckily the character he's playing in 1923 is good with, like, it's supposed to be an old character. Like, it's I don't know how he's going to do these Indiana. I saw a little bit of this Indiana Jones, like maybe like a cut of it or something. I don't know how are they going to do this? How are they going to do this? I mean,
well, listen, I think, and I haven't seen I just saw the preview. Matter of fact, I think I was telling Mike the other day, I was looking at all the movies, because there's a bunch of new Marvel movies and all stuff that's coming out. And I saw they're not trying to make us believe that he's younger than he is.
No, now it's supposed to be in the 60s. Remember the last one was in the 50s?
Correct.
This movie would be in the 60s.
So he's an older professor in this movie, and he's playing himself. So I don't necessarily think they're trying to fool us with that. This is not like a flashback or they're going back. And what was the CGI movie you told me I should never watch that was on Netflix, the mobster movie?
The Irishman, where they've got a Robert De Niro, and he's supposed to be, they got like a young De Niro face, but it's still old Robert De Niro, and he's trying to beat up a guy, and it looks like an 80-year-old guy trying to beat somebody up. It looked absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think they're going to do that with this, Beau. I don't think.
yeah, I hope not, because I'm a big fan.
That's a good pull.
I'm a big fan of the Indiana Jones. Up until that stupid one with the Shia LaBeouf guy. Until him. I know it's not LaBeouf. I'm just making fun of his name. All right. I got to, Juju Smith-Schuster kind of acted like a clown at the end of his days in Pittsburgh. Did some goofy stuff with the dancing on TikTok in the locker room. He just tweeted the most savage tweet in the history of the Twitter.
Okay.
I kid you not. He tweeted at 3:18 local time. It said, "Happy Valentine's Day, everybody," with a heart emoji. Okay. And it had a picture, and it says, it's literally a Valentine's Day card, and it says, "I'll hold you when it matters most." And it has a picture of James Bradberry's team photo shot without a helmet.
Wow.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, that is.
That's funny.
That is. And that is savage. That is. But you know what?
Cute, clever, funny. Did the victor go to spoils?
Kind of right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can do those things when you win.
Right.
Listen, losers don't write the books. Okay?
He's right,
Dude, Chris goes too soon.
What?
I
Oh,
said
stop
no.
it. Stop it.
Why
said
is
no.
it, Turtle, why is it too soon?
It's Valentine's Day, and there's a holding meme.
You're stomping on the man's grave, Carl.
Well, he copped to it. Bradberry should never have copped to it. Football, man, let us play.
Yeah.
But he copped to it, which kind of, diffused the whole thing, you could argue. Or gave more, I don't know. A lot of people, it all really depends on who you bet on the Super Bowl.
That's
how
right.
you feel about this. I just wanted to see the big finish, and we got the fizzle finish.
Well, you know what? This is the thing to me. This is the problem with 2023.
Uh-oh.
We're holding the officials accountable for disciplining someone who did something that deserved discipline. Like, we're blaming the officials when all James Bradberry had to do was his job and not hold the receiver. Yet, instead of holding James Bradberry accountable, we're going to hold the officials accountable.
The officials are too much of the story in the NFL. They're too much these days, and they're going to fix it.
Yeah.
And they have no idea how to fix it because they've created these rules to help the offense and instant replay. We said this yesterday. We're stuck with this. We're stuck with basically having, some days you get screwed by the refs, some days you catch a break.
I hate to break it to you, but defensive holding didn't get popped out of thin air.
No,
Defensive holding has been in the rule book for years.
But it seemed to some folks rather ticky-tack in that moment. And were they calling it earlier? I don't know. I don't
well,
remember those
when
holding
you
calls.
impede someone and you hold someone up, Yeah, it's going to happen. I don't want to get off on this tangent,
Too late.
But it's this is the accountability issue. This is like a guy getting pulled over for doing 90 and a 65 and blaming the cop for writing tickets instead of the guy that was putting everyone in danger.
That hits
Mike.
too close to home.
Oh, I struck a nerve there.
If anybody,
This is like
if you're in the left lane, you got to move. The left lane is the fast lane.
Yeah.
Yes,
The scared lane is the right lane.
That's true.
Hold on a
Okay.
second. There's a difference in fast
That's true.
and putting everyone on the road in danger.
The flow of traffic.
It's not 90 miles an hour.
But you're just sitting there doing 65 and a 65. You got 3 miles of traffic stuck behind you because you're the jackass in the front going, well, Barbara, we'll keep it at 65. We'll get that Buick Riviera down there alive.
See, Carl, this is my point. Instead of just blaming the speed limit, Mike is blaming people that drive slow for no reason because it makes him look like he's going faster.
Maybe.
Don't hold.
Maybe.
All right.
Biscuits are piping hot.
Let's get to some stuff. Speaking of overreaction and the problem with the 2023 culture, Terry Bradshaw, who I would say is at least, Turtle, what do you think? You're good with weight. What do you think? Like at least 70 pounds overweight, Bradshaw?
Oh, wow. Now you guys are killing
Oh,
Bradshaw?
come on.
Hold on a second.
He's an American
I'm setting
treasure.
it up.
All right.
So just hold your horses.
All right.
Chris?
Those suspenders do a lot of work. That's all
Okay.
I'll say.
Bradshaw is on stage, and he calls over Andy Reid, and he ribs him a little bit, and outlets like the Huffington Post are up in arms. Let's listen to it and see if you guys are going to hold Bradshaw accountable or just, say no biggie.
Big guy. Let me get the big guy in here. Come on, waddle over here.
Oh.
Congratulations, Andy. This had to be. You've done this before. I remember in the 49ers Super Bowl, nothing until the fourth quarter. And this game's something similar. All of a sudden, your offense just started going. What was the difference?
Well, I contribute that to the offensive line, Pat Mahomes, and the rest of the offensive players. They did a great job. Eric Bieniemy was tremendous down the stretch there, putting things together, and it was just by all the coaches, both sides of the ball.
Well, I want to congratulate you, and I know that you're getting up in years now like me, and I just know that it's got to be a time that where all these Super Bowls, you got to say to yourself, time to ride off into the sunset. That's not going to happen, is it?
No, I'm going to enjoy this one right here. I'm going to tell you, this is unbelievable. Philadelphia, you did a great job. It was a great game. But how about those Chiefs? That's what we're talking about.
Have a cheeseburger on us, and
Wow.
Yeah, Terry went there twice. Yeah, that was. I know what. I'd normally. I would say get off Terry's back. Terry was out of line there. That's
Hold
that's
on.
too much. That's
hold
too
on
much.
now. Hold on.
That's too much.
Remember now, Andy Reid said at opening night, his 3 keys to life
Cheeseburger.
were having fun, wearing Hawaiian shirts, and eating cheeseburgers.
You're right.
So, based on Andy Reid's own words,
Right. But if you didn't see opening night, Terry out of line.
Well,
but he said he did put the cheeseburgers as one of his favorite things, so I guess it's all fair. But to waddle over, that was mean. I'm not saying, I'm not, me, we hate guys being candy asses and snowflakes, but you don't say waddle over the guy presenting the Lombardi Trophy. That was jive.
It was.
well, I'm pretty sure that's what both those guys are doing these days. Remember, they're friends too.
No,
Right.
listen, they are great friends. And listen.
And I love Terry Bradshaw. I like the guy. I just thought that was a bit much.
Well, you can bust your friend's balls privately. You can't do it publicly that way, I think, Mike. At the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds
Hey, you want
weird.
to Super? Get over here, fat ass. Let's get that trophy over here.
Exactly
Come here,
right.
Tubby.
That's what he
Yeah.
said. Now, if you're at a bar, we're hanging out at a family function, you're at the house. Oh, get your fat butt over here.
Right.
You make fun of your friends. That's different. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Not one bit. I didn't like it.
Well, you know what? The last 2 days have proven you guys have gone soft because you're not holding people accountable for their own actions like James Bradberry, and now you're killing Terry Bradshaw. You know what?
The refs are terrible people. Yes, Bradberry made a mistake, but the refs are awful, and the refs got to go. We need new refs. Back to you. Now, as far as the waddle,
Clear
you don't
house.
say
Clear house.
waddle to somebody. That's mean.
Yeah,
in
you
that
know what?
moment.
You know what? You're right. Let's get new officials because the replacement refs worked so well for
No,
us.
that's again. You don't have to go back to that setting. Just have more
Well,
accountability with these refs.
Clear the house.
You know who those replacement refs were, right?
Yep.
They were the next in line. So I hate to break it to you, but that's what you're getting. You know what you're going to, but you know what you're not going to get is garbage. W Sauce, you get the best quality around. Don't forget America's Worcestershire sauce. Bigger, better, bolder. You guys got me all mad now. Go to the WSauce.com, find a retailer near you. Maybe I'll get some Georgia Hemp Company CBD to calm me now after you guys' ridiculousness. Go to the GeorgiaHempCompany.com and use the code Squidbilly10. Turtle, let's hit some Valentine's Day music.
Couple guys hitting us up on the Twitch. You can watch us, guys, on Twitch, ATL929. Chiron42 says, yeah, that wasn't the time or the place. Couple guys on the text line saying, look, it's one thing if you're doing a fun off-the-cuff interview, but that's the big stage. Don't say that there.
Yeah, this wasn't an Andy Reid roast.
Right.
Okay? This was not that.
Right.
Beau, why don't you waddle over here?